I'm ready to go. I found some people here at this rally for No Kings that actually care about Palestine.
Yeah, absolutely.
Do you have like a first name or anything? Or
Yeah, my name's Amir. Hi. I'm AMIR.
Okay.
Good to meet you.
I'm Tim.
Hi, Tim.
T-I-M, yes, I'm Tim.
I'm Kara.
Is that Sarah?
Kara.
Kara. Hi, Kara, Tim, and Amir.
Yeah.
Nice to meet you. So, you're aware that the U.S. is supplying the weapons that they're using on Gaza. What do you feel that the U.S. should be doing, and what can we do to stop the genocide?
Well, stop selling Israel weapons for first would be a good start. And then,
Convince people to allow humanitarian aid, and then stop financially supporting Israel's attack on Gaza. So
get medical groups in there, get them good medication, get them like penicillin, all the stuff that they need to perform good surgeries, because right now they can't do that. They can just do like preventative stuff. A lot of people are dying because they can't do in-depth surgeries over there in Gaza. And hospitals keep getting bombed. Right now there's a blackout, there's no internet. I mean, they're keeping it very quiet, and a lot of people are starving. It's unbelievable. I mean, it's not the first time, but it needs to end.
They've murdered about 200 reporters.
Yeah.
And even more doctors.
And aid workers.
That's the biggest thing. I think one of the bigger things is that they need to allow reporters into the country and allow them to document what's going on. And so more people will know the truth. Not enough people will know because they're not letting anyone document this properly.
And then it's also important to research the companies that their money goes directly to supporting the genocide. Like for instance, like popular chain that people always go to, Starbucks, they're very pro-Israel. So the more you buy coffee from there, the more you're supporting genocide. So know where you're spending your money.
How do you feel about the attacks on students and others who are supporting Palestine?
Deportations.
What can we do to stop that?
It's ridiculous.
I mean, just, allow the First Amendment to do what it's meant to do and allow free speech, this country's founded on protesting. People should be allowed to protest, even if you don't agree with it, so.
Yeah.
These are intimidation tactics to keep people, because like being deported whenever you're a university student, after you've paid for university for so many years, is like one of the worst things that can happen to you. So it makes a lot of people scared to actually go out and say something, especially our age. It's intimidation. They don't want people to go out.
Can we as Americans do something to fix our government on this issue?
Things probably. Stop supporting Israel's weapon, allowing Israel to.
I was born and raised in this city, in this district. I've seen the way.
Sorry, words. Stop giving them weapons.
Get AIPAC out of. AIPAC is a fascist group. They shouldn't be allowed to lobby. They're fascists. They support an ethno-state. Get AIPAC out of here. That's my number one thing. That's where all the money's going.
Much of Congress is dual citizenship, where people be citizens of both Israel and the U.S. What do you think we should do about that? Do you think we should ban dual citizens from public office?
Yeah, I don't think you could do that without, you should be allowed to have dual citizenships. There's a lot of good people in Israel too. It's not. Israel should still exist, but they're predicated on being an ethno-state. Like they really only support the Jewish people. Palestinians there, and Arabs there, Christian Arabs, Muslim Arabs, and even certain Jewish Arabs are treated as second-class citizens in Israel. They have blockades everywhere, and they'll stop you if you have a Palestinian license plate. And there's several counts of sexual assault happening at these stop points too by the IDF. it's basically an apartheid state, and so that's what our tax money is funding, and we need it to stop.
My question, I think, was should people who are dual citizens be running this country?
Oh, like Jewish citizens come here to Israeli citizens come to this country?
Not Jewish citizens. Jews are different than Israel.
That's right. I'm sorry.
But somebody has citizenship in Israel. Should they also be allowed to be in Congress?
No. No. If someone was a citizen from Mexico, they wouldn't be able to run for Congress just for coming over here. So no. That doesn't work.
Do you think if Americans went over there on like 100 flotillas, that maybe our government might stop funding the war? Out of fear of killing Americans?
Probably not the current administration, but
no. They would say it's an invasion, I bet, if a bunch of flotillas went over there. I mean, look what they did to Greta Thunberg. They basically kidnapped her and all the other activists with her. And I think they still have 6 activists over there.
Something
right now. Like, it's outrageous that they're being so aggressive. And people like Lindsey Graham support it. He said that he wanted, Greta Thunberg better learn how to swim. These are threats.
Why do you think they keep electing people like Lindsey Graham?
I think Christian Zionism is pretty big in this country. I don't know what think tanks they support, but I'm sure there's many. I don't know if the Heritage Foundation is supported by Christian Zionism, but there's just a lot of money in spreading propaganda, so we don't stop funding Israel's war against everybody there. Now they're going to go to war with Iran. Preemptive strike, that's ridiculous.
How do you feel about what's happening with Iran?
It's insane. we shouldn't be attacking the Iranian people at all. Like, Israel shouldn't. I don't care if they're going after nuclear facilities. It's not right. You don't have any justification.
If anything's going to start World War III, it's going to be Israel attacking a bunch of random countries like Iran. So they just need to stop.
Should people here be more worried about World War III?
I mean, if Israel keeps acting like that, yeah, I think so. It's scary. It's a scary world we're living in. So people need to be able to stand up and let them know that we don't want this. The world doesn't want this. We can't let oligarchs, determine the fate of the world. So
I'm not fighting in it. If it happens,
yeah, no, I'm not. I wouldn't want to join. I wouldn't want to join the army to fight for a war I don't believe in. So
you don't want to die for Israel?
No.
No thanks.
Any other comments or thoughts on it?
I mean, other than do the things that we talked about, free Palestine, allow humanitarian aid, stop supporting selling weapons to Israel, and then no kings, get Trump out of there. So that's all I want to say, really.
And also, Democrats are responsible too. I mean, Biden is very responsible for what's happening right now in Gaza. I mean, kind of basically started it. He said he's a Zionist, so Democrats are responsible, maybe even more than Republicans.
The two-party system is a facade. We need to break away from that somehow, some way. The two-party thing, it makes things too polarized. There should be more nuance, and people should be able to. It shouldn't just be picking the lesser of two evils. We should be able to pick someone that will actually lead and be good for the world, as opposed to just someone that just happens to be less bad than the other person. So
the worst thing that you can do is be apathetic to who this cause is. If you're going to support Israel, well, then let's have a conversation on why. And those of us that know that Palestine is suffering, the Palestinians are suffering, and we need to acknowledge our privilege for being exposed to who have better, more accurate information, and be willing to have that conversation with people who don't understand that we need to be gentle with them and not villainize them, but rather teach them.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome. Thank you.